Building Onchain took me from my home country to Ethiopia for the ETHiopia Builders Residency conference and hackathon. But how did I get there? What did I learn? And what was it like exploring Ethiopia? Stick around because this was an experience like no other. Winning a spot in the Builders Residency program was a game changer, but how did I make it in? First, I applied, then I did something most people don't think about. I followed their X accounts, turned on notifications, joined the Telegram community, and engaged with every single post. Why? Because I wanted them to see how serious I was. And guess what? It worked. The moment I got accepted, I applied for a visa immediately. Simple, right? But then, days passed, no response. I emailed, nothing. At this point I was worried. I wanted to be able to go. But then I saw something. Other Nigerians in the Telegram group were facing the same issue. Turns out this happened before. The organizers did their best, reaching out to the contacts, even going to the airport to sort things out. Then one day, boom, I got the email. My visa was approved. I called my mom and my brother to share the news, packed my bags, booked my flight, and the next thing I knew, I was on my way. First stop Cairo, then Addis Ababa. And the moment I landed, I knew this was going to be special. Imagine being in a room full of the best on-chain builders from across Africa, developers, founders, community leaders, all in one place, pushing the space forward. Every morning after breakfast, I will head straight to the 8th floor for the workshops with industry leaders. Some days we had demonstration where we showcased our projects, but the best part, the connections, team leaders who share the same passion for on-chain technology. Next level. But it wasn't all about building. Ethiopia is rich in culture, history, and oh my, the food. From traditional Ethiopian coffee ceremonies to the vibrant streets of Addis Ababa, every moment felt like an adventure. Fun, great
Yes.
You are filled out here, man. One of the highlights, we traveled outside the city to Jagal Demis, climbing mountains, spotting glider baboons, crossing the Portuguese bridge, and of course, we had to settle the ultimate battle. A football match between different regions, West Africa versus East Africa versus Kisumu versus Misungos. Who won? You already know, West Africa took the trophy. I also visited markets, bought some traditional clothing, and medicated kids selling chewing gum on the streets.
My name, same what
Simple was the vibe. I asked one of the kids to call my name. Our voice is really cute. The hackathon kicked off with an opening speech from the society and joined by XYZ teams. The prize pool was set, the teams were forming, and the energy was high. But here is the problem. I was already juggling two projects from the Builders Residency. I had an idea, pitched it to the mentors. Some loved it, others not so much. So I had a tough decision to make. Continuing with the hackathon, I'll focus on the residency project. I made my choice. I abandoned my hackathon project to go all in on the residency project. Was it the right call? Keep watching. The conference was approaching and I hadn't even talked about my favorite on-chain network, Base. The night before the conference, I spoke to the organizers and asked for a speaking spot. They said, okay, after the lunch, the conference started late. I checked in again during lunch and they told me time is tight but we'll figure something out. At this point, I thought I wouldn't be able to speak at all. But then right before the last speaker, they called me up. I got to talk about building on base in front of people from across the world. France, the US, you name it. And of course, I did some giveaways.
Yeah, I will share this on my Telegram. Links needed to build on base.
Too fast. The night before the last demo day, I and my teammates practiced our presentation overnight. The next morning, I grabbed my roommate and asked him to record me. As other teams presented, I was at the back still editing our demo video, but something felt off. I recorded another with one of my teammates, edited everything together, and hoped for the best. And then after all the presentation, they told us winners would be announced at night. At this point, all we could do was wait. My teammate and I went to the park to relax, trying not to overthink it. That night, they called the winners, and guess what? Our team was one of the 3 winners. The next day, builders started flying back to their home countries, but my flight, it was 5 days away. My friends, 4 days away. So we moved to a new hotel called Turako for 2 days, then found an East African apartment across from Shegaru Park in Gele. We explored, ate at a local eatery, went swimming, and even attended the safari mixer at ALX office. But then I made them miss their flight. I told them we needed to film a farewell video, and by the time we got to the airport, they weren't allowed to board, even though they still had 30 minutes before takeoff. We had to go back to Turako for the night, and they finally caught a flight the next day. Looking back, this whole journey from almost missing out on my visa to winning the Builders Residency was crazy. Ethiopia gave me memories, connections, and lessons I will never forget. If you ever get the chance to travel to build Onchain, to connect with other builders, take it. You never know where it might take you. And who knows, maybe next time I will see you at the next Builders Residency. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.